The original idea for the Green Garage was actually what I would call a green demonstration center. Back in 2005, we started a group called Great Lakes Green Initiative, which is a very formal name for a very informal group of people, about 12 people, who met at our kitchen table at our home in Troy for 5 years, every Tuesday morning from 10 o'clock to 12 o'clock. That particular group, what we did is we studied ways that we could change our own lifestyles and worked in a group to help each other along as we were going through the process of change, which is very difficult. As an outgrowth of that particular group that we were meeting with, we thought it would be very interesting to develop a green demonstration center, and we actually thought of locating that in Ann Arbor. However, during the time that we were searching for the place that we were going to be developing this, we had a number of people speak to us about the fact that Detroit could be a very interesting place to develop a project like this. And we thought that's a great idea, so we hired a realtor, wanted to locate by a university, so we ended up in Midtown by Wayne State University and the College for Creative Studies. And so that's how that evolved. We thought it was really important to see if we could keep jobs here in Michigan, and particularly in Detroit. And so we wanted to see if we could develop this into a green business incubator, or a place where we could rent space to people who are entrepreneurs developing businesses, so that we could form a co-working community. So it did evolve. Part of it had to do with, I would say, the economy. Part of it had to do with the fact that our children were graduating from college, having a hard time finding employment in the state of Michigan. And so a lot of factors conspired together to develop this into a green business center.
What originally brought me to the Green Garage was chance. I was walking down the street and I saw this building, didn't know what it was. I ran into Jason Pete and I asked Jason what the space was. And Jason said, it's the Green Garage, we're kind of a sustainable incubator. You know, I asked him to explain, and he said, well, we kind of like help green businesses, or businesses that currently exist and want to be green. And I was more familiar with that term, green, so I was really excited because that's exactly what we wanted to do. They helped us understand the waste stream, I think, best, and how we can reduce our impact on the waste stream. Our industry is filled with waste, so they helped us understand that we could kind of eliminate a lot of that waste from entering the building, and if we couldn't eliminate it from entering our building, then we could reuse it maybe, reuse our waste, or recycle it. We found out that every month we collect about 6 pounds of hair, and that hair contains nitrogen that can sustain about 5 trees. Those statistics are extremely important because when we're trying to articulate, you know, our kind of mission to our customer, it's very important to explain this amount of hair equals this amount of trees equals this amount of impact for our environment.
Sure. So Fresh Corner Cafe is a mission-driven business working to increase access to quality, healthy foods in Detroit. And we partner with corner stores, gas stations, and small grocers around the city to stock healthier prepared food. So the data optimization project started with me approaching Tom saying, I'm collecting all this data. I know I'm bleeding tons of money on waste, but I just have no idea what to do about it. So the UMSNRE team came on with the goal of optimizing our data and minimizing waste. So we had to start thinking about what can we do with this waste to make sure that it's not affecting our bottom line, and how can we keep optimal displays in stores at the same time. So we developed this lunch stand program that takes products from the stores and flips them to lunch locations that day that they're picked up. And we feel very confident in our product quality for 3 days of product, and so it still fits in within our comfort range. And then after that, we don't feel comfortable selling it at all, and we just donate it.
So in the summer of last year, I was meeting with a group of people at the Green Garage and the folks from the SNRE team. And they were really helpful in coming up with ways of how to deal with our wood from when we're getting it and selecting it, how we're using it, meaning like I was screwing it together, nailing it together, stapling it together. It was these really wonderful brainstorming and research sessions and sharing that kind of inspired me to go forward with implementing ideas in the shop. And so this is kind of for us played out in like reconsidering what's waste for us, cutting down on our waste. How how can we see future uses for scenic elements once they come off of the stage, either for us to reuse the material or for other companies to use the material. Also being in contact with artists in the area that may be outside of our theater community, but still around our theater community that might make use of these materials. So it's really, for us, caused a shift on how we can still do the work that we do to the quality that we do it, but in a greener way that helps support our community. And yeah.
First of all, you're not coming into the Green Garage because you're looking for space. Okay, because we say if you're looking for space, there's many places in Detroit where you can find space. We're building a community, so we just start right from there. So do you want to help build a community? So think about the triple bottom line, right? We're already working on the community spot before someone even gets into discussion 2 with us, right? The formation of this business community is the most important thing that we will do in our lifetime. But we have brought in 60 people to be part of the community. That's a lot, just in 1 year. So I think we've got at least 2 to 3 years of work in front of us to try to knit that community together into something that is strong, cohesive, and influential, not only just in this building, in this neighborhood, but hopefully in the city. So there's technical contribution, but you built relationships with people here in the businesses. That's like a huge deal, and people trust you and think that you are working in their best interest. So I just think that those relationships are really, really important and needed to be done to kind of set the groundwork. And then I think you ask some fundamental questions and you are open to the possibilities of answers coming back that are not convenient. If you've come here to help us, you can go home. If you come here to walk with us, then let's walk. And I think you walked with the businesses. That is the highest compliment I can give you.
Okay, thank you.